Let's be honest with ourselves. Are live service games bad? The way I want to look at it is yes and no, because live service games are really good for longevity, but live service is only good for multiplayer games. They have no reason to be there for single player games. If you're gonna say, oh my god, what about expansions? What about if they do like downloadable content? They want to continue the story or such. You said it. Just do it through downloadable content. Make it a downloadable thing. Don't try to run with the idea that it has to be just live service because they want to make money at the end of the day. What keeps the money going? Longevity. And what currently has the most long lasting life when given the proper care? Multiplayer games. I mean, look at them. Currently, one of the best live service games, multiplayer wise, has been for a while Call of Duty. Or if you want to look at Fortnite, they're all considered live service games. Why? Because they just keep doing add-ons. They add on new things. They do updates. They patch out. They change the map. It's all a service. And the whole idea of dailies, weeklies, challenges, and stuff like that. Let me ask you. Other than getting achievements, do you need all that for a single player game? Are you competing with anyone? The only time you're competing with anyone with a single player game is if you're into speed running and achievement hunting. Those two things are the only reason you would ever be competing with other people on a single player game. And I believe the blame is all on mobile games. Mobile games caused all of this to happen. How so? I don't know. Go look at their cash shops. Go look at Clash of Clans. Go look at Clash Royale. Look at how everything is either time-based or you get it through doing dailies and weeklies, or you have to pay real money and you don't even get the thing you want straight up. No, you get, let's say, 50 cards to unlock one thing, so that's even a larger RNG system. And the thing I believe is the business people that are in these game companies saw how much money these mobile games rake in, how much money they can practically produce. It's not even like they gain, no, they produce this money. And yeah, it's that beautiful Diablo 3 never goes out of style joke. Don't you guys have phones? Or not Diablo 3, the Diablo mobile game. You could even see it, the practices that they do on monetizations of mobile games. We are slowly starting to see it happen in multiplayer PC console games. Granted, for now, they have taken like the fun parts of having an online shop. They've slowly backed away from having loot boxes, be it done very well through like Call of Duty and how they used to do it in the Advanced Warfare days or Infinite Warfare days, how horrible that was. Done even in a worse way through Overwatch, the Overwatch system, how they just removed everything and decided to shoot up the prices of everything else. We are seeing innovation. We are seeing new ways that businesses can make money through video games. That's an alright thing for multiplayer games. I'm not saying that single player games are something you cannot touch with a 7-foot pole or something, but let's take Suicide Squad as an example. Why do you need it to be online 24/7? Why? What kind of benefits do you get from having these kinds of connections? It's a single player game, and the only time that you do need online is when you want to play with your group of friends, because it is like a 4-man game. But let's be honest, not everyone is gonna play it that way. At most, they're gonna play it with 2 people, you and your buddy. Why are you forcing people to have to stay online 24/7? And it's become an issue now because all of the games now do this thing, and I don't understand why. I guess they just want to collect as much statistics before everybody stops playing the game. And I hope we don't see these predatory movements happen more and more. Because now that I'm thinking about it, another thing that I remember that I guess you could say is from the mobile gaming era or mobile game mechanics, let's say, and it's been put into a PC console game, and that's timed lockouts, let's say. Timed cooldowns, item cooldowns. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have played Modern Warfare 3, the zombies specifically, you would know that in the game you would collect things called schematics. And the schematics are a not a one-time consumable, but it is an item that lets you regain said item from the schematic that it belongs to. So let's say you want a Pack-a-Punch level 1 crystal. You have the schematic, you can make it and then take it into the game with you at any time. You can make it. But the schematic goes on cooldown for, I believe, 3 hours. 3 hours, that's not a biggie. Until you look at the more rarer schematics out there, and like the ultra rare and stuff like that, they have a cooldown of 3 days. I guess the moment I lose that schematic, the moment I do that one run, because the moment you finish from that run, you lose everything from that run except the gun. You lose the rarity the gun had, but you don't lose the gun itself. So basically it's not even worth running again if you don't have the stuff that made it fun for you to even play that 45 minutes. Because we can't forget it, it's also timed. And then what do? Just for the heck of it, they add, and this is just a little rant of mine, I'm not saying this is another mobile game thing, it might be, I don't know. They decide to add certain consumables that you can use in Modern Warfare Zombies onto purchasable skins that are in the cash shop, basically. So, like, oh, if you buy this skin, you will also get, let's say, again, a Pack-a-Punch crystal. But you have to buy the skin to get it. Oh, and you're only allowed to have 10 items in your stash. Unless they're rewards, aka something that's bought from the shop. That's unlimited. But we're not going to talk about that. Anywho, predatory or not, we should not have this type of thing happen for single-player games. You want to do this for single-player games? Make it worthwhile. Because currently, single-player games are basically movies and TV shows where you do it one time and then you forget about it. Or if you are very into it and you want to experience it again, you'll do like one more run just to get back into that. Unless you're like a Dragon Infinite Wealth where you have to buy the New Game Plus to do another run. But we're also not going to talk about that. We already did before. Make it worthwhile for live service games if you want to do it in single player. If not, keep it to only multiplayer. Multiplayer has shown that it thrives, but single player, don't do that. It actually kills the fun for the game. Let's be honest here. It's gonna kill what everybody was hyping up. Like, look at Call of Duty and Halo, or not Halo anymore, they stopped doing this, but Call of Duty, whenever they have a new season, what do? They release cinematic cutscenes that makes you feel like you're playing a new story, even though it's just for multiplayer. And I guess if you want to include Modern Warfare Zombies, they don't really have that much care for it, but at least they have more care than the campaign. Let's be honest. If they were lower than the campaign, we would all be doomed. But they did it. They did the cinematics. They did the cutscenes. They did everything to establish a new storyline. But the issue is, there's no money in it. You can't make money this way. And they would rather just do it as a little season hype for a new update for Call of Duty and not really a story mode. And that's dumb. If they do that, they do that. I don't care. I had my fun with Call of Duty, and I'll always have fun with their campaigns. I'm a campaign player. I enjoy lore. So whenever something new happens, I'll be there to enjoy it. Anywho, if you like this video, like and subscribe. If you dislike the video, hey, I'm not going to tell you not to dislike it. Go right ahead. And I hope to see you here next time. See you.